The moon and stars together shone an eerie glow on this magic Northclare landscape sometime long ago. I remember horse-drawn convoys on the road with creels of turf piled high and the pea-capped neighbour's gentle salute as he wearily passed you by. The smell of new-mown meadow and the stars up in the sky, and in the distance we listened to the corncrake auntie's cry. I remember the mehel in the meadow was an awesome sight to see. 10, maybe 20 men to do the work for me. At tea break telling stories without a worry or a care. This was country living at its best in my home place in Clare. Barefoot through green meadows we walked to national school, and at 6 o'clock we milked the cows on homemade three-legged stools. The calves we fed with calf nuts that we carried from the shed, and we ate black pudding and pork steak when the fatted pig was dead. I remember the birds would raise your spirits when you heard the chorus at the dawn, as together with my father we dug the drills of bawn, and we sowed the cabbage plants and spuds, and we laid them in a row. And I looked at my dad as he taught me how to sow and how to tend to ewes at night when the lambs arrived in spring. God, those were very special times, and I remember everything. Timmy Shannon with his horse and cart, he'd stop outside our door with fresh mackerel and pollock fished at Dolan shore. I remember thatching reeks of turf and hay to protect from winter's rain. Neighbours playing nightly cards beside the fireside flame. Listening to the anvil noise and the burning horse hoof smell, and the laughter of the children bringing water from the well. I close my eyes in silent pause, and I roll back the years, and I see it all from spring to fall as I wipe away my tears. I see daisies in the springtime and snowflakes in December, and my mum and dad beside the fire. I see it all and I remember. I remember Christmas time in Ireland with the candles burning bright, and the Wren boys dancing in our home when they called on Stephen's night. And on Easter week the church bells rang and called us all to pray. And we hung the bush outside our door on the night before May Day. We got ready for the bog and march with the hay knife, the spade and the stone. We tackled the horse and we left the house before the crack of dawn. My father measured that bank of turf and it looked about 8 miles long. And we started work with slán and fork, and we sang a happy song. He lined it up with a big red rope and he edged it with the spade. And I carefully placed the upturned straw where the new sods would be laid. I stood on the bank and I watched his hands as he cut each sod with skill. And I carefully placed them on the bank, and every space I would fill. We took a break at 10 o'clock and we drank cold tea from a jar as we listened to the singing birds and the cuckoo from afar. The croaking frog and the corncrake was music for the soul as the mare grazed beside us and licked her newborn foal. Our day would end when the Angelus rang and we hid the tools in the heather. We tackled the horse and we headed for home, the horse and car together. Another day over and we were tired and burned from the sun, but a special time and a special bond between a father and a son. Cutting turf was a tough old job, but we tackled it together. And we worked so hard from dawn till dusk in this North Clare summer weather. The blisters in our hands told a story, which we didn't have a care. This hard work took us from boys to men in my home place in Clare. Dad's no longer with us now, and the neighbours have also passed. The bog is closed and the slán is gone, and the years have moved on fast. But the memories of my youth with him will stay with me forever, until the day we meet again, and we will be together. He taught me everything I know. From the day that I could walk, he said, be kind and be honest, and be careful of loose talk. Don't hurt your neighbour or your friend, and to yourself be true. And always remember to do your best in everything you do. That generation were so special. We won't see their likes again. They worked so hard and they reared us well and they made us better men. I miss him now and I miss those times when life was a tough old slog. But there is no price that you could pay for one day with him in the bog. I remember the day he passed away in 1988. And I said goodbye to the man I loved, my hero and my best mate. There was no one like my father when I was just a boy. I thought he'd live forever. I thought he'd never say goodbye. No more we'll work together or walk through fields in Clare, dig the spuds or milk the cows or take cattle to a fair. No more I'll hear his mellow voice or listen to what he knew. When we worked together man to man, he showed me what to do. There is something special in a dad when he takes you by the hand, and he shows you things of nature that you can't understand. Why birds will nest in springtime and the salmon will swim for home, and the cuckoo calls in April, and the swallows cross the foam. Memories of my youth with him will stay with me forever, and I know the time will come again when we will be together. There was no one like this man of Clare when I was just a lad. And when times are hard, and when life gets tough, that's when I miss my dad.
Well,